Khushbu Sundar is now joining us on the phone line. Khushbu Sundar, does the apology, she's joining us right now on this show. Thanks very much, Khushbu Sundar, for joining us. So does this apology really compensate? I mean, we see political leaders making these sexist comments and then they say we didn't mean it that way, we withdraw our comments, but the damage is done really, isn't it?
Yes, I really appreciate that Kani had gone all the way and immediately responded to my tweet and apologized very openly on a public platform. But the matter doesn't end there. This needs to come to an end. Yes, I know this is not the first time where men have actually taken a sadistic pleasure in degrading a woman or talking, making a very, very misogynist, sexist remarks, insulting a woman. And I don't think it's going to stop here. But I want these issues to stop. Across the political line, we have seen people going on thinking that it's their birthright to insult a woman. They take pride in taking it forward and say it's fine to call her names. And I need to understand that this needs to stop. I'm not going to take things lying down. Kani has apologized, but I'm going to take it a step forward. I want the chief minister to expel this person from the party, because his apology also, when you see his video, which has been playing, and he says on the stage, he goes out and calls my other 3 colleagues as items. Apart from that, he personally attacks me and says I am a woman who's easily available, and I am not ready to accept that. Because the minute he insults me, I think he is also calling the same names to his mother who's given birth to him. And I really respect women, and I am a mother myself. So the minute a man speaks about another woman in these derogatory manners, it means that this man needs a sensitizing and needs to understand that you cannot insult a woman who's also a mother to other kids. And I want to take this forward. I want this man to be expelled from the party, and I'm also taking this issue up with the Women Commission.
That's right. We absolutely should. I mean, these leaders keep on making those comments, and the comments that you've just mentioned, they're downright disgusting and objectifying against women. So the apology that also comes from Kanimozhi and not the leader who actually made these comments, Mr. Sidiq. So the apology doesn't come from him. So he's made those comments, but the party is apologizing on his behalf. But he's not come on to say why he made those comments. Obviously, they can't be justified. So what is your action going to be? You want him to be expelled. What are you going to do to make sure that that happens?
No, I can't do anything. I can only ask the chief minister to expel him, because here's the chief minister who at a drop of a hat keeps talking about women empowerment, saying that we have been working hard to protect women. And I really want to understand that, see, when I joined DMK, and I've said it on every platform, I have the highest regards for Dr. Kalinga. Okay, though I belong to BJP, we are at loggerheads with DMK, but I've always had highest regards, because when I joined political arena, I joined with Dr. Kalinga as my teacher, and his first teaching was to learn to respect women. He said, at no point you are going to speak ill about any woman or speak in any derogatory manner. This is the first lesson given to me by Dr. Kalinga. And you have the same party members who follow Dr. Kalinga and say that we are the Dravidian stock and we talk about the Dravidian rule, and you go so low in commenting about another woman. What gives them the right just because I happen to be in BJP? I was in DMK for almost 6 years. Didn't they realize my worth then? Didn't they speak about me then?
Absolutely.
And why is it that only now they speak? Because I'm in BJP? What right it gives them to speak about me or any other woman on any other platform or anywhere else? Who gives them the right to do so? What makes these men think that it's fine to treat women like an object and speak about her in the most derogatory and insulting manner in such a low way and get away with it? No man should get away with it. Yes, there have been leaders who have spoken about other women. And there have been leaders from my party also at times who have made these kind of sexiest remarks. But this is all-time low. This is not acceptable. And this man goes on record and says that the minute he utters words about me, and he says that, who is this the woman who talks about BJP from BJP? And then he gives a statement saying that and he's trying to justify and say that no, she was also part of DMK. So didn't you know my name when I was part of DMK? Don't you know who I am? And what he has a smile on his face when he says, oh, don't make it into a controversy because I was not trying to say something like this. But you have said what you wanted to say. It was there in your mind, and you have shown your dirtiest mind, your creepiest, dirtiest, slimiest mind to the world when you said those words about me.
Right, and all those comments are made, and then these leaders go on to say that we didn't mean it and we've been misinterpreted.
But these men think that it's okay. The women are going to keep quiet and we are going to get away with it. But they have to know that they are hitting at the wrong door. They're knocking at the wrong door. And if you hit me, I'm going to hit doubly hard.
The truth of the matter is that these men actually do get away with it. So that sort of motivates them to go ahead with it further. And that's where the problem lies, that they do get away with it. Now, if we talk about the apology that came, Kanimozhi has apologized and he has condemned this comment that came from his own party spokespersons. What's your response to that? Do you think that's enough? Obviously, you're not satisfied with that. You want the spokesperson to be expelled. If the party is really apologetic and really condemns him, then they should sack him.
Exactly. All I would like to ask my chief minister of my state is, if the person, somebody from my party had spoken these words about any woman from his household or in his party, would my chief minister still be silent? Just because I happen to be part of BJP, I am somebody who still is part of Tamil Nadu, and you still happen to be my chief minister too. And I give you that respect, because I think when I say chief minister, I don't say chief minister of other state. I said my state, my chief minister, because I respect him for the position he is in. Right. He is my chief minister. And if my chief minister is not going to stand up for me, for a woman of his state, that he talks about keeping women safe, just because I belong to BJP, then I don't know what to say to my chief minister.
Right. So, I mean, in no way to belittle this problem or to play politics on this, but just to say how you've been saying that if somebody in my party did this, I would have taken action, and which you obviously should. So that we see this across party lines. It's not just that a DMK leader has made such comments. We saw in just a few months ago, the BJP president for Maharashtra said, he told Supriya Sole that she should go home and cook because she doesn't understand politics. So that's what the usual rhetoric is. That at any time,
stand up with Supriya.
If I can just complete that, at any time a woman starts to gain prominence and in politics or any other field, she's been put down by saying that your place is in the kitchen, you should go home and cook. So that's what we saw even BJP leaders saying, and he's not been sacked. The BJP Maharashtra president is still the BJP Maharashtra president very well, and he's not been sacked. So I mean, the negligence to this problem sort of goes over party lines, doesn't it, Khushbu Sundar?
Exactly. But at least he didn't say, I stood up for Supriya and I said, this is not the way. A woman's place is not in the kitchen alone. Today the times have changed where women are gaining strength, and here women are moving way beyond men and proving themselves. But here this man, to be very honest, on a platform he has said that this is Khushbu who is easily available. Okay, in a very derogatory manner, he calls me a whore on a political platform with a DMK minister there on the stage with him. And I don't see the DMK minister standing up and speaking for me or immediately reprimanding this man and say, this is what you have said and it's absolutely wrong. This is unacceptable. Right. None of the DMK members stood up and said. And why is that the chief minister quiet? Why is that the other minister people? Why are the other women in the party quiet about this?
Right, absolutely. Nobody should be quiet about this, and the leader obviously shouldn't get away with this. And the point that we were making, that the change has to happen sometimes. So when this happened within the BJP, did you demand that BJP Maharashtra president sacking? Did you make the same demand that you're making now? Absolutely in no way to belittle the problem that you're facing and the comments that are made against you, but just to say that the change starts from home. So have you made that sort of demand within your party as well?
He didn't call her somebody who was easily available. Had somebody spoken about any woman from any political party or any other place, anywhere about a woman, if somebody speaks in this manner, I will stand up and I'll say this person needs to be sacked. Right. But here you had a BJP president, Maharashtra president, who said that Supriya needs to be in the kitchen, and I stood up for Supriya. So I stood up against my party and I said, no, her place is not in the kitchen. Her place is where she rightly belongs to. This
Right.
is not the way we speak about women. There's a lot of difference being making very misogynist remarks, and there's a lot of difference in making a remark like what this person has done from DMK on a platform, on a political platform, not in private. It's a public meeting.
Right.
He's made a remark which is not acceptable, not only me as an actor, as a political leader, but as a woman, apart from anything else. Just because I happen to be in politics, just because I happen to be in BJP, just because you happen to be, a kind of a problem with BJP and everything that BJP does, you do not have any rights. I dare this same person to say the same kinds of words to be used against any of the DMK leaders, women leaders, or the family of the DMK, or his own family members, women of his own family, and then with the same smirky smile say that, oh, I didn't mean what I meant to say. It's just that, don't get me wrong. This is what I actually meant. No, don't. We are not fools here. You can't say things and then try to escape from it and say that, oh, I'm not looking for any kind of a controversy. This is not a controversy. This was a deliberate attempt to make me look at, to insult me, to degrade me. And this is not acceptable.
Right, and it further highlights the deep-rooted problem that we still have against women, the stereotype that men can just make these comments and get away with it. So, to make sure that he doesn't get away with it, do you also plan to file a complaint against him, as you're saying, as you're rightly pointing out, that these comments are downright disgusting?
Absolutely. I'm speaking to Women Commission, and I'm taking up the issue with the Women Commission, and I'm going to fight this out. If the DMK is not going to take an action, if my Chief Minister is not going to take an action against his party member and expel him from the party, I will go wherever I have to go, and I'm going to fight this battle. Fighting battles is not new to me, and I have been a fighter, and I will continue to fight for what is my dignity and my respect.
So is the BJP also, I'm hoping the BJP is with you in this battle, and is it going to be a party standing against this one DMK spokesperson who should be sacked as you're demanding?
Sorry, I lost you in between.
I was saying that is it going to be the BJP standing together against this one spokesperson of the DMK who has made these comments? Is your party also with you, we're hoping?
My party has very strongly condemned, and they have been speaking on platforms, and they have been showing their utmost support to me. But all I will say is, I am not looking for a support. I am not looking for them to come and say that, okay, we stand by you. They have been with me every time I fought my battle, and this is my battle as a woman. And if I have to fight it alone, I will fight it alone. I've always done that. I for a support, but I'm really humbled, and I really appreciate for the kind of support my party has been showing to me. They have been tweeting, they have been writing, they have been speaking about this on different platforms, they have been fighting against it, and the kind of solidarity they have been showing and the support they have been showing, I really, with folded hands, I thank my party members and the other respected members of my party who have stood up and been there like a pillar of strength to me. But this is my battle, and I will continue to fight this.
Right, Khushbu Sundar, let me ask you this. You're saying that my party leaders are supporting me, they're tweeting out, but is that enough? The tweets and the online condemnation is what we see usually when it comes to these cases, but we don't see an actual outrage when we compare to the outrage that we see on what can be called very small political issues. But these issues that are actually really significant and that bring out the stereotype that still exists in our society, that doesn't bring out that much outrage. It only happens on Twitter, a trending hashtag or two for a day or two, and then it's gone. So would you expect more from your party in terms of coming together and fighting this together as a party and demanding action against this spokesperson?
I think party has a lot of other issues to deal with. The kind of DMK government that has been, ruling the state, and the amount of problems we have been facing in the state, and the amount of problems we have been facing with the women's safety, and very recently you saw all that has been happening by Meeta, the opposition has been trying to do. I think we have a lot of other issues, but this is something as a woman I need to fight, and I need to stand strong, because when I come across women, they say you inspire, and if my fight is going to inspire women, then I'm ready to do it. And I have always stood by myself. Even prior to this, when I've had issues for 5 years, I fought a battle single-handedly in Supreme Court. I won the battle, and this time if I have to fight a battle, I will do it.
So but I'm
not somebody who looks for supports from different parts and say that, okay, stand behind me and support me. No, my fight, my war is my war, and I am going to fight it out.
So it's going to be your personal battle till the time he's sacked from the DMK.
Absolutely. He has named me. He has degraded me. He has tried to, I won't say he has tried, he's actually gone all the way out, and he has spoken in such a low manner about me and made such a, I mean, you can't even think the kind of insult he has given me. And this, I've taken it very personally. I generally brush it aside and I say it's not important. Let me not look into it. But this time, this man has gone to the lowest, and I'm not going to keep quiet, because today if I keep quiet, my daughters, my two girls at 22 and 19, they're going to turn around and ask me that, Ma, what did you do when this man was insulting you in such a manner? So I need to be the first an inspiring model to my children, and say that my mom could fight it, and tomorrow if they face any kind of these issues, they should be able to fight it out. They should have the courage to do so.
Right, Khushbu Sundar, absolutely. Now, none of us should be quiet on this, and I mean, good luck for your fight against this. Thank you very much for joining us.